Have you ever felt the sting of being ignored, that hollow ache that settles deep in your chest when someone you care about begins to pull away? It's a sensation that feels as though the ground beneath you has shifted, leaving you unsteady, uncertain and vulnerable. Whether it's a friend, a partner, or even a family member, their distance can feel like a rejection of who you are at your core. It's in these moments that self-doubt begins to creep in, whispering questions that grow louder with each passing day. What did I do wrong? Why am I not enough? These questions, though painful, are often born from the stories we tell ourselves about our worth and the importance of others' approval. But what if this experience of distance, as painful as it may be, is not a reflection of your value, but a profound opportunity for growth? What if instead of letting this moment define you, you could use it to rediscover your strength, to rebuild your foundation, and to reaffirm your sense of self? This is the journey we'll embark on together, a journey that draws on the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy, introspective practices, and actionable steps to transform emotional pain into personal empowerment. Now, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to like the video and hit that subscribe button. Only 15% of my audience is currently subscribed, so if these insights resonate with you, I'd love for you to join our community and turn on the notification bell to stay updated. The Stoics, those ancient thinkers who sought peace and resilience in the face of life's challenges, offer us a profound lesson. We cannot control the actions of others, but we can always control how we respond. When someone distances themselves from you, your first instinct may be to chase them, to seek answers, or to change yourself in an attempt to bridge the gap. But consider this: their actions are often rooted in their own experiences, struggles, and choices. While it may feel personal, it's rarely about you. The challenge, then, is not to change their behavior, but to shift your perspective. Imagine yourself as a tree standing tall in a vast forest. The seasons around you change, storms come and go, birds perch on your branches and then take flight, and the sun casts its light differently throughout the year. Yet, through it all, you remain rooted. Your strength does not come from the birds that visit or the storms that pass, but from the deep unseen roots that anchor you to the earth. In the same way, your worth is not determined by the presence or absence of others, but by the strength and stability you cultivate within yourself. When someone pulls away, it's natural to feel as though you've lost control. But the truth is, control over others was never yours to begin with. The Stoics remind us of the dichotomy of control. There are things within our power, our thoughts, actions, and choices, and things beyond our control, such as the opinions, behaviors, and feelings of others. When you focus on what you can control, you reclaim your power. Instead of asking, "Why are they doing this to me?" ask, "How can I grow from this experience?" The pain of rejection is a powerful teacher. It forces us to confront the narratives we've constructed about ourselves and the expectations we place on others. Often, when someone distances themselves, we begin to weave stories in our minds. "I must not be good enough," or "I must have done something to deserve this." These stories, though compelling, are rarely true. They are reflections of our insecurities, magnified by the discomfort of uncertainty. But here's the thing: you have the power to rewrite these stories. You can choose to view this moment not as an indictment of your worth, but as an invitation to deepen your understanding of yourself. Take a moment to breathe. Inhale deeply through your nose. Hold that breath for a count of 4, and exhale slowly. As you do, feel the tension in your body begin to release. This simple act of breathing reminds you that no matter how turbulent your emotions may feel, you have the ability to find calm within the storm. In moments of pain, grounding yourself in the present can be a powerful tool. It allows you to step back from the chaos of your thoughts and reconnect with the steady rhythm of your own existence. The distance created by others often feels like an empty space, a void where connection once flourished. But that space does not have to remain barren. You have the power to fill it with something meaningful: self-reflection, growth, and self-compassion. This is a chance to turn inward, to ask yourself the questions you may have been avoiding. What truly matters to you? What do you value most in relationships? How can you use this experience to align more closely with your authentic self? The Stoics spoke of amor fati, or the love of fate, a mindset that embraces every experience, good or bad, as an opportunity for growth. When someone distances themselves from you, it's tempting to view it as a failure. But what if instead you saw it as a gift? A chance to examine your own boundaries, to reflect on your needs, and to rediscover the strength that has always been within you. Consider the moments of silence that now fill the space between you and this person. Instead of viewing them as a void, see them as an opportunity to listen to your own thoughts, to your own heart, and to your own needs. What is this silence teaching you about yourself? Perhaps it's reminding you of the importance of self-care, of setting boundaries, or of prioritizing relationships that bring you joy and fulfillment. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is to stop seeking validation from others and start cultivating it within yourself. Your worth does not depend on someone else's attention or approval. It is inherent, unchanging, and undeniable. When you begin to see yourself through this lens, you free yourself from the chains of external validation. You no longer need others to affirm your value because you already know it to be true. This is not an easy journey. It requires courage to sit with your discomfort, to face your fears, and to challenge the beliefs that no longer serve you. But it is also a profoundly rewarding journey. As you begin to rebuild your sense of self, you will discover a resilience and strength you may not have realized you possessed. You will find that the love and acceptance you've been seeking from others have always been within you, waiting to be uncovered. Take this time to reconnect with your own values. What do you stand for? What brings you joy? What kind of relationships do you want to cultivate in your life? These are the questions that will guide you as you move forward. Write them down, reflect on them, and allow them to shape the foundation of your inner world. When you begin to view rejection as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, you open yourself to a world of possibilities. You start to see the beauty in the lessons it offers and the strength it helps you build. This is not about denying your feelings or pretending the pain isn't real. It's about acknowledging the hurt while choosing to rise above it, to grow from it, and to use it as fuel for your own transformation. Imagine yourself once again as the tree in the forest. The birds may come and go, the storms may rage, but you remain steadfast. Your roots grow deeper with each passing season, drawing strength from the earth and from within. This is your power. This is your resilience. As you take these first steps toward healing, remind yourself of this truth. You are not defined by who stays or who leaves. You are defined by the strength of your character, the depth of your compassion, and the authenticity of your spirit. When you let go of the need for external validation, you open the door to a life of freedom, self-love, and inner peace. This is the beginning of a new chapter, one where you take control of your narrative and embrace the fullness of who you are. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. For in the end, you will find that the most important relationship in your life, the one with yourself, is the one that holds the greatest potential for joy, growth, and fulfillment. Breathe deeply, my friend. Trust in your journey, and remember, you are enough, just as you are. In the wake of distance and rejection, it's easy to feel like you're losing your footing, as though the person who has stepped away has taken something vital with them. Perhaps you look back on shared moments, trying to pinpoint the exact moment when things began to shift. It's natural to want answers, to crave closure, and to seek clarity from the other person. But often those answers never come, or when they do, they don't fill the void we hoped they would. This is where the next stage of your journey begins, transforming that void into a space of self-discovery and personal growth. Think of this moment as a clearing in a dense forest. The absence of another person's presence has created an open space, one that feels raw and unsteady. But this clearing is not barren. It is fertile ground, ready for new growth. What you choose to plant in this space will shape your path forward. Will you plant seeds of self-compassion, resilience, and clarity? Or will you allow the weeds of resentment, self-doubt, and anger to take root? The choice, as the Stoics remind us, is entirely yours. The first step in reclaiming this space is acceptance. Acceptance does not mean that you condone the other person's actions or that you are indifferent to the pain they've caused. Rather, it means acknowledging what has happened without resistance or denial. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus wrote, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By accepting the reality of the situation, you free yourself from the futile effort of trying to change what cannot be changed. This act of acceptance is a powerful declaration. You will not allow the actions of others to dictate your peace. As you sit with this acceptance, you may notice a surge of emotions: sadness, anger, confusion, perhaps even relief. These emotions are valid, and they deserve to be felt. Ignoring them or pushing them aside only allows them to fester, to take on a life of their own. Instead, allow yourself to feel them fully, like waves crashing against the shore. Feel them, but don't become them. You are the shore, steady and enduring, while the waves are transient, destined to recede in time. This is where introspection becomes your greatest ally. Begin by asking yourself, what am I truly feeling? What is the story I'm telling myself about this distance? Often, the narratives we construct around rejection are rooted in our deepest insecurities. We may believe that we are unworthy of love, that we are flawed or broken in some fundamental way. But these beliefs are not truths. They are echoes of past wounds, amplified by the present moment. By bringing these narratives into the light, you can begin to challenge them, to dismantle the illusions that have held you captive. One way to do this is through journaling. Set aside time each day to write about your thoughts and emotions. Don't censor yourself. Let the words flow freely, even if they feel messy or incoherent. Over time, you'll begin to notice patterns in your thinking, recurring themes that reveal the underlying beliefs driving your pain. Once you've identified these beliefs, you can start to question them. Are they based on evidence, or are they assumptions? Are they serving you, or are they holding you back? This process of inquiry is not about judgment. It's about understanding and growth. As you continue this introspective work, it's important to reconnect with your core values. What principles guide your life? What qualities do you admire in yourself and others? These values are the compass that will steer you through this challenging time. When you act in alignment with your values, you create a sense of integrity and purpose that cannot be shaken by external events. One of the most profound values you can cultivate during this time is self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a dear friend in pain. Imagine a close friend coming to you with their heartache, their confusion, their tears. Would you berate them for not being enough? Would you dismiss their feelings or tell them to simply get over it? Of course not. You would hold space for their emotions, offering comfort and reassurance. You deserve that same compassion from yourself. Self-compassion also means recognizing that you are not alone in your experience. Rejection and distance are universal human experiences shared by countless others across time and space. This shared humanity does not diminish your pain, but it can remind you that you are not isolated in your struggle. The pain you feel is a testament to your capacity for connection, for vulnerability, and for love. Now some exciting news. Our channel now offers a live stream, streaming Stoic wisdom and insights around the clock. Plus, by joining our members club, you'll unlock exclusive benefits, deeper content dives, and personal insights. Join us on this journey, and let's build a meaningful life together. And I also humbly ask you to leave a comment, as it helps my channel immensely. If you do not know what to comment, just write "better every day" so I know you reached this far. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Also, I've linked some books on Stoicism that helped me become the man I am today, and will also help you achieve a Stoic mindset. As you cultivate self-compassion, you may find that your perspective on the situation begins to shift. Instead of seeing the other person's distance as a rejection of you, you might begin to see it as a reflection of their own journey. Perhaps they are grappling with challenges you cannot see, or perhaps their path is simply diverging from yours. Whatever the reason, their actions are not a measure of your worth. They are a reflection of their own inner world. This realization can open the door to forgiveness, not for their sake, but for your own. Forgiveness does not mean excusing their behavior or forgetting the pain they've caused. It means releasing the hold their actions have on your heart. It means choosing to let go of resentment so that you can make space for healing. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself, a way of reclaiming your power and your peace. As you navigate this journey, remember that growth is not linear. There will be days when you feel strong, resilient, and at peace, and there will be days when the pain feels fresh and overwhelming. Both are part of the process. On the difficult days, return to the practices that ground you. Journaling, mindful breathing, self-compassion. These are the tools that will help you weather the storm. This is also a time to nurture your passions and interests. What activities bring you joy? What pursuits make you feel alive? By investing in these aspects of your life, you remind yourself that your world is rich and full, even in the absence of the person who has distanced themselves. This is not about distraction. It's about rediscovering the parts of yourself that may have been overshadowed by the relationship. As you move forward, you may begin to notice subtle changes within yourself. You might find that you are less reactive, more patient, and more accepting of life's uncertainties. These are the gifts of this journey, the rewards of facing your pain with courage and openness. The Stoics remind us that adversity is not something to be feared. It is an opportunity to cultivate virtue, to become the best version of ourselves. In time, the space left by the other person's distance will no longer feel like a void. It will feel like a sanctuary, a place where you have planted the seeds of growth, tended them with care, and watched them flourish. This sanctuary is yours, a testament to your resilience and your ability to turn pain into beauty. And as you stand in this sanctuary, you may find that you are no longer waiting for the other person to return. You are no longer searching for answers or validation from outside yourself. Instead, you're standing tall, like the tree in the forest, rooted in your own strength and wisdom. You have discovered that the love and acceptance you sought from others were always within you, waiting to be uncovered. This is the power of transformation. This is the gift of distance. As you move further along this journey of self-discovery, the distance or rejection that once felt like an unbearable weight begins to take on a different shape. The pain, though still present, becomes more like a scar than an open wound, a mark of experience, a testament to your resilience, and a reminder of the growth you've undertaken. This is not to say the journey is easy or that every moment of pain is immediately redeemed by growth. Instead, it is to recognize that this process, though challenging, is profoundly transformative. As the Stoics often remind us, we do not control what happens to us. We only control how we respond. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This sentiment speaks to the heart of your current journey. The distance or rejection you've experienced, rather than being an obstacle to your well-being, has become the very thing propelling you toward a deeper understanding of yourself. At this stage, the focus shifts from merely coping with the distance to embracing it as an opportunity for redirection. Life, in its infinite complexity, often places us at crossroads that we didn't anticipate. What feels like an ending is frequently a beginning in disguise. To see this, however, requires a willingness to release old patterns, beliefs, and attachments that no longer serve you. Begin this phase by examining what the distance has revealed about your needs, boundaries, and values. For many, the pain of rejection exposes unmet needs or unspoken desires, things you may not have fully recognized while immersed in the relationship. Perhaps you craved validation, companionship, or a sense of security. These needs are not weaknesses. They are part of being human. By acknowledging them, you can begin to address them in healthier, more self-sustaining ways. Take, for example, the need for validation. It's natural to seek affirmation from others, but when this becomes the primary source of your self-worth, you place your happiness in the hands of external forces. The Stoics warn against this dependence, urging us to find our value within. Reflect on the moments when you felt most confident and proud, not because of someone else's praise, but because of your own sense of accomplishment. What were you doing? What qualities were you embodying? Use these memories as a foundation to rebuild your sense of self-worth, independent of external approval. Boundaries are another crucial area for reflection. When someone distances themselves, it often forces us to confront where we may have overextended ourselves or compromised our own needs. Did you prioritize their happiness at the expense of your own? Did you silence your own voice to avoid conflict or maintain harmony? These realizations, though painful, are invaluable. They provide the clarity needed to establish healthier dynamics in the future, both with others and within yourself. As you redefine your needs and boundaries, you'll also find yourself reconnecting with your values. These are the principles that guide your decisions, shape your character, and give meaning to your life. In times of distance and rejection, values like integrity, compassion, and authenticity become even more vital. They serve as anchors, reminding you of who you are and what you stand for, even when the ground beneath you feels shaky. This process of introspection and realignment is not solely about looking inward. It's also about how you engage with the world. Distance from one person can create opportunities to deepen connections with others or to explore new relationships entirely. Friendships, family bonds, and even chance encounters can take on new significance when approached with openness and curiosity. By shifting your focus from what was lost to what can be gained, you create space for joy, connection, and discovery. One of the most empowering realizations during this journey is that you are not defined by someone else's perception of you. The person who distanced themselves may have seen only a fraction of your complexity, your potential, and your light. Their departure does not diminish your worth or your capacity to shine. This truth is liberating. It allows you to reclaim your narrative, to tell your own story on your own terms. To fully embrace this freedom, consider engaging in activities that celebrate your individuality. Take up a hobby you've always been curious about, learn a new skill, or revisit a passion that you set aside. These pursuits are not just distractions, They are acts of self-affirmation, declarations that your life is rich and full, regardless of who chooses to be a part of it. At the same time, allow yourself to dream. Distance and rejection can feel like the closing of a door, but they are also an invitation to envision new possibilities. What kind of life do you want to create? What relationships do you want to cultivate? What impact do you want to have on the world? These questions are not meant to overwhelm, but to inspire. They remind you that the chapters of your life are still being written and that you hold the pen. Throughout this process, cultivate gratitude, not for the pain itself, but for what it has taught you. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, from loss to growth. It allows you to see the silver linings in even the darkest moments. You might feel grateful for the clarity that distance has brought, for the strength you've discovered within yourself, or for the new opportunities that have emerged. Gratitude is not about denying your pain. It's about recognizing the beauty and resilience that coexist with it. As you reach the end of this journey, you may find yourself looking back at the person you were when the distance first began. You'll see someone who was hurt, confused, and perhaps even lost. But you'll also see someone who chose to face their pain with courage, who turned inward to find answers, and who emerged stronger, wiser, and more at peace. This transformation is a testament to your resilience, your capacity for growth, and your unwavering spirit. It is proof that even in the face of rejection, you are whole, worthy, and enough. Now, as you stand in this new chapter of your life, consider how you can carry these lessons forward. How will you nurture the self-awareness, compassion, and strength you've cultivated? How will you continue to honor your values and protect your peace? These are the questions that will guide you as you navigate future challenges, relationships, and opportunities. And remember, you are not alone on this journey. Countless others have walked similar paths, and their stories, like yours, are filled with pain, growth, and triumph. By sharing your experiences and insights, you can inspire and uplift others who are facing their own moments of distance and rejection. So, I invite you to reflect on your journey. What have you learned about yourself? What insights have you gained? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's create a community of resilience, growth, and mutual support. If this message resonates with you, consider subscribing to stay connected as we explore the many ways to navigate life's challenges with grace and strength. Together, we can transform pain into purpose, distance into discovery, and rejection into resilience. This is your story, your journey, and your power.